Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you would be safe and sound inside your homes. Dear students, your examinations are approaching fast. Some 10 to 12 days left. You must put extra efforts, you must do extra hard work, you must remain busy with the books so that you can crack the coming examinations with nice percentage of marks. Dear students, you must manage your time. Time management is important. There is no doubt you are badly hit because of pandemic COVID-19. You remained virtually connected to us, not physically. The physical mode of teaching is the actual mode of teaching, and these virtual classes can't be substituted for the actual mode of teaching. Their students, some students were not in possession of these Android phones, and they got badly hurt or badly hit, we may say, but they can do better. If notes are available with them, they must manage their time, they must memorize these notes. In 15 days, they can memorize a good amount of things. Dear students, it is human brain, it can do everything. And when we are dealing with single brain, remember we are dealing with a whole universe. Dear students, you have to put extra efforts, you have to concentrate hard, and there is no substitution for self studies. Their student yesterday at about 8 p.m. a student from my locality called me to once again throw the light on the on the poem punishment in kindergarten, and this poet, according to him, might be asked in the coming examinations. Their students, the punishment in kindergarten is written by an Indian poet Kamala Das. She was born in Kerala. She not only wrote some good poems but also wrote some good articles for empowerment of the women. Dear students, the punishment in kindergarten is a poem where Kamala Das shares her childhood experiences. Dear students, this poem is divided into three parts mainly. In first part, she talks about how her teacher scolded her badly, or we can say harshly, on the day of picnic during the nursery class or the kindergarten. Dear students, on the day of picnic, her teacher scolded her in front of all by saying her that you are a peculiar child. You are not mixing up with the rest of the students. Your character is unique. And when she was scolded by her teacher in front of all, she felt ashamed. And second part of the poem is that in first part she talks about the teacher how she scolded her. In the second part, she talks about her classmates that without thinking they laughed at her so harshly and without thinking that she might get badly hurt or her emotions may or her sentiments may get hurt. In the third part, that is the climax of the poem, she talked about that now she is a grown up lady. Now the world belongs to her a little bit, and she should not remember the things. She should forget the things what happened to her during the past in the kindergarten. Dear students, I am repeating the things for you. Punishment in Kindergarten is a poem written by an Indian poet Kamala Das. She was born in Kerala. She not wrote many good poems, but she wrote number of very good articles for women empowerment. Punishment in Kindergarten is a poem that is divided into three parts. In first part, she talked about how her teacher scolded her on the day of a picnic when they were on picnic by calling her a peculiar child. You are not mixing up with others. You have a unique character. Their students in the second part, she talked about the classmates, how her classmates laughed at him so harshly without thinking that her sentiments, her ego may get hurt. In the third part, she says that now she is a grown up lady. Now, a world belongs a little bit to her, and she should not remember the days of the past. She should forget what happened to her during the childhood in a kindergarten. Dear students, this is not this only the story that Kamala Das narrated in the form of the poem. This poem has a message to tell. A message is so simple that the teachers must be lovable characters. They must be in the position of good behavior, good attitude. And an attitude of a teacher, if it is harsh, can tell upon badly on the academic career of a child or the sentiments of a child or can hurt the ego of a child. And sometimes a child may lose his or her passions. Their students, so the crux or the theme of the poem is that first of all, she shares experiences with the rest of the world what happened to her during the day of a picnic when she was scolded by her teacher. Now she is grown up. She should not remember these things, but it has a straightforward message for us. The teachers must be multi-dimensional character. They should have a good attitude, a good behavior, and teachers must accommodate this all the odd things of students if they are doing sometimes. So in short, I am repeating the things. Poem is divided in three parts. In first part, she talked about how her teacher scolded her on the day of a picnic. In second part, she talks about the funny nature of the kids when they laughed at him without thinking she might get hurt. In the third part, she says, "Now I'm a grown-up laddie. Now world belongs to me, to little bit, but I should not forget the I should forget the things what happened in the past." And the poem has a message to tell that teachers must be lovable characters. They must be in the position of good attitude and behavior. Dear students, it's all about the summary of the poem. In case of any confusion that may strike your mind after watching this video, you can call me on my number and your query or confusion will be answered within short duration of time if you put forward your query. Dear students, manage your time, do extra hard work, put extra efforts, and you will definitely crack the examinations with a huge percentage of marks. You are badly hit, but If you put extra efforts, you can, if you do extra hard works, these all things can be compensated. My prayers are with you. Thanks. Be balanced.